we're back on Saturday Morning Sports Talk with Kevin and the gang. They're talking, I believe, if I remember correctly, some NASCAR.
I'm still sucking down my strawberry banana smoothie there from the local McDonald's. NASCAR, actually, Terry, tell us a little bit about some of the race last night. Did at the end, the guy that won the ARCA race, the little wrecking happened in there, didn't it happen at the end there, too?
Yeah, at the very end, number 55, Dean, I think was the guy's name.
Yeah.
That ended up winning. But it was a great race. I mean, the only thing that got me about Daytona right now, if you get down on the curbing and you kind of drift just a little bit down, I've seen so many cars in the truck race and in the ARCA race last night that just lose it. I mean, they lose the whole control of the car. It just spins out and goes everywhere and all kind of wrecks and everything. But that's if you get too low. If you stay up, you're fine. But I've never seen Daytona where just the least little bit, if you drop down too far, it takes your car out from under you.
Are they going below the line and losing, or are you talking about getting close to the line?
Well, they get close to the line, and they lose the car or lose the truck.
Terry, have they repaved the track at all?
Not that I know of.
Is it more the cars?
I was about to say, is that not a tire
that's what
thing?
I'm saying.
I was thinking tires.
Or the tire? Yeah, that's a good point, Kevin.
Yep,
Zach.
I was thinking tires.
I'd like to see what Rodney Childers is saying about it. He's usually, on top of.
And that was in both of them, in the truck race and the ARCA. I was very amazed at that.
Watch them run the high
Yeah,
line.
if they're all doing it, you pretty much nail it down to probably tires.
You'll end up looking a little more like Talladega. A lot
Or
of times
stay half a lane up. I mean, is what you're going to have to do, because if you get too low, which you open up the bottom, is what you're doing. But I don't know whether I'd want to be down there.
Yeah, generally Daytona's been a little more lower lane track than Talladega is. They like to run the high line at Talladega, but you might see more of that this year at Daytona.
So, for the first time in his career, Jimmy Johnson had to race into the Daytona 500, and
He made it barely.
not an automatic qualifier. And I guess that sounds weird for fans that if you have to qualify the car, not the person. I guess the driver and the people. Some people don't understand that about the actual business. But on the last lap, going down the backstretch, Jimmy said he was thinking about all the sponsors he was going to have to talk to on Sunday, because he was running dead last in the pack and wasn't gonna make it. There was one behind him. Who was behind? Was it Truex behind him? I know it was a Bass Pro Shop. I can't remember exactly who's behind him. We'll see it in a second. But I'm gonna play this video, then we'll show an actual better version of it. But on one of his sponsors on the car, I don't know if you saw it, Terry. Did you see what Creed was a sponsor, Chip, on this?
No.
The band.
No,
they had their sticker on there. So.
with arms wide open.
Well, this is a fan singing to Jimmy's last lap dash to the finish line, Terry. Here we go.
What are we doing here? No way. Is he gonna do it? Yes, 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 yes! Can you take me higher to a place where blind men see? That's pretty good.
He nailed it. Oh, I love that video. But here's some of the radio.
Over the
I don't know
radio
if I
across the line.
Might not be able to play the radio communications over there. I better check that one first, Terry. Might have said something he shouldn't have on that one. But weird last lap. They checked up in front of him. I'm trying to find the video. And Terry, Yaley in front of him moves out of his way to go high. And that was a critical mistake by Yaley. I can't believe he got out of his... So they checked up in front, Tom. So Yaley's in the 44. They're basically racing for the last spot in the Daytona 500. I'm going to go back and show you what happens here. So they check up in front of Yaley a few spots in front of him. Instead of staying in line right in front of the guy who can pass him, he jumps out of line thinking he's going to be able to shoot past. The one car is Chastain now, right? I mean, the Busch car. Chastain. So he jumps out trying to get past him. Well, if you ain't got nobody behind
You're
you,
done.
Terry,
You hung yourself out to dry.
He knew then he was done.
what was
Yeah.
he doing? Why did
Yeah.
he jump out? You've got to hold on and hope Jimmy Rex
Yeah.
sure goes through
Yeah.
you, don't you?
This is a Days of Thunder moment. Just keep your foot on the gas.
He jumped up thinking he could shoot the gap and get a few spots before the finish line.
You don't-
and then he jumps up. See, they checked up. He jumps there instead of just letting Jimmy.
He just
hit him in
killed
the
his
back.
draft though. He's done.
And then there's only one car behind Jimmy and he's got to push one of these two, and he's not jumping up high like that.
Maybe he thought Jimmy would come with him.
And when you get right there, he knew he was done.
I mean-
I'm out here by myself, nobody with me.
Do you think he thought Jimmy would come with him?
No, he was trying to beat Jimmy. There's no reason Jimmy's coming high.
But both of them could have passed the other
and that's
cars.
the car that was pushing Jimmy behind him. Who's 19, Terry? I don't
Shouldn't that
remember.
be Martin Truex?
Is he 19 now? I don't remember what number he is. He's
Yeah.
changed. But anyway, yeah, it says Truex Jr. there. So it is Truex pushing him. So yeah, Yaley tried to go high when they checked up. I can't believe he
Yeah,
jumped out of the
Truex
line.
is 19. I've got it here in front of me. Yeah.
I mean, you can see up in front. Watch the line go boop down. The leader goes high. He got bumped. Other guy goes low.
Can we get his
He said what I just said. That they checked up in front of him. He tried to jump out and shoot past them on the outside, and Truex didn't bump him. That he said he had help and I didn't. Well, you knew that before you bumped out the.
If I would have did that, I'd have come right back real quick.
right,
Yeah, because
you had to shut.
You had time.
You got to shut the door and make Jimmy
Yeah.
shoot high there with Truex. Yelly's not
Can
a
we
big
get his
successful racer. But
Can we get his radio and see what it says? Hey, we need Jimmy in this thing, so you just pull up and
Yeah.
I didn't understand.
if that was it, he wouldn't have been running last.
I didn't understand the why some of them had a lower lap time but a different starting position. How'd they qualify that way? Like some of the ones with lower lap times.
You talk about Daytona.
Yeah,
So they don't do qualifying the same as everywhere else.
They don't do
you,
like
you got to
what
win.
they-
You got to win qualifying races, and you get the top spot.
That's how come Kyle Busch is starting way back.
okay.
but
Way back.
Yeah,
is that because they have to race in packs with the speeds and stuff? Is that why?
not exactly sure.
You'd think about that.
Yeah. Kyle Busch
Because
started
if you-
34th.
Yeah, that's because of that draft. And
Yeah, I could see
It's
that.
never rigged. If it's Dale Jr., it's not rigged. That's the only way he could get in. I was a
that's the
Dale
definition-
Jr.
that's
fan,
the
but-
definition
me
of
too.
rigged.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm a Dale Jr. fan. But I was like, my God, Dale. I mean, there's a lot of times that I would sit back like, go for the win, and he wouldn't. He's not a Kyle Busch.
no,
Kyle Busch is going to daggum just make his way like Dale did. Dale Earnhardt.
He's more
did.
like a Kyle Petty than he was.
Well,
yes,
in all,
yes.
in all,
Yes.
in all
He
defense,
really is.
in all defense of him, his father did die on the racetrack.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
may affect.
and,
your-
and he could have because of him, because he was
Oh, he was
ahead of
protecting
him.
them.
If he wasn't, Dale's pushing to go. Yes.
Yes, that cost.
Yep. He was.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he had, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, there's been a lot of races. If something happens before or a month before, just be careful who you pick and when you pick your winners.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
All right, trivia question. Who is the only person in history to has won a Super Bowl and a NASCAR race? A driver and Super Bowl player. No, the
I was
only
gonna
person.
say, who's the old coach? Glanville.
Gibbs.
Jerry Glanville.
No. A driver, and a player.
You're going to have to go back.
Only
there.
one time. It ain't
Probably
back.
soon.
It ain't back, but it's.
I'd say the
it's
60s,
color today.
70s.
It ain't that old, Terry. It's color television. I'll give you a hint.
He's
Dale-
bound down.
Well, I know it gives you a big gap. I said no 60s and 70s. Dale Earnhardt raced against them. So I think Richard Petty raced against them.
This dude can't have many wins.
That gives you late
I don't-
80s, early
I don't
90s.
think Jeff Gordon raced against them, maybe.
Yeah, gives you
So I'll
late
let you
80s,
think
early
about that for a
90s.
few moments.
Yeah,
if anybody
80s,
can come up
90s.
with-
You're right.
Yep.
Come up with that one.
I bet he don't have no more than 1 or 2 wins total.
See, Jerry Glanville never won a Super Bowl.
That's
It's like
what
an
I'm saying.
assistant
No.
coach. I know he
Whoever
raced
this
for a
is.
while.
Whoever this is, Terry, you should have that one tattooed on your arm.
Sorry.
This guy's name.
I'm sorry.
I'll pay for the tattoo.
Yeah, we all will, won't we?
I'll pitch in on that one.
Well, Tyler Reddick and Christopher Bell won the duels at Daytona. The 500 is Sunday.
But then they start behind Joey Logano and everybody else.
Where is the Daytona? Let's do that. Daytona schedule is the one I want to click on and see where they're. So we're Logano's on the pole, right?
Yep,
Terry?
yep.
Okay. It don't really matter much, but
No, not in
it
Daytona.
does tell you who's got a little horsepower that does have. They might help in push.
I mean, that's like Jimmy. Jimmy's starting way back. What does that mean? Nothing.
if he doesn't wreck,
I
he's
know
gonna finish in the top 10. Maybe
what
top
is Jimmy
probably
going to
top
do?
5.
Jimmy's going to stay within the draft at the back. Like, I'm not coming to the front because I need to be there at the end.
Yeah, as long as he don't wreck.
You know.
I mean, you'd. I mean, honestly, Terry, he don't have a chance to win.
I say he does.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean,
They're in it. He does. If he's on the racetrack,
yes.
and then we've got 10 laps to go, and he's still on the racetrack, would you bet against him?
no, no.
I mean, because you
I'm
guys.
not mean like,
Now, if
hey,
it was-
he's not gonna make. But would you be surprised? What I mean, like, is anybody gonna be surprised if he's not competitive and not winning? As long as he's out there, that's what I'm saying. When they wreck these cars, 20 of them's
That's
not
what
gonna
I
be there at
say.
the end.
10's going to
But
finish.
if he's there, top 5, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
when you would mention
pushing you.
him, Richard Petty, or Dale, and especially Dale, because I saw Talladega when he was in 17th place, was like 5 laps to go, 4 laps, and he come all the way through to win it. You know, I mean, those are the guys that you know are going to go to the front. It doesn't matter when it is. Just give them time. I mean, you know, because they know how to work the draft.
Mm-hmm.
And
Stay out of the big wrecks, as much as you can. And then wait to the end and move.
I was trying to find an interview of him this week with talking about wanting to race, still wanting to race and everything, and why he's doing it. Let's see, full schedule for NASCAR. We're on Saturday now, aren't we? Not Friday. How about Saturday? Final practice this morning, 10:30 a.m. Xfinity qualifying 11:30. United Rentals Xfinity Series today, 5 o'clock today.
yeah, they calling for rain all day.
And
I was getting
are
ready
they
to say,
gonna bump that
has
up? Or
rain
are they gonna do
messed
it
up
in the
any of this?
morning?
I think it's supposed to rain all day down there.
Are they gonna do it in the morning? Have you seen anything like that? Or
I have not seen anything
I'll
like that.
pull that up over here in a second. They're scheduled at 5 o'clock. I'll see if anything's else is on here. Daytona scheduled 2:30. That means what? Green flag like 3:30 something. Terry,
Yeah.
it's about an hour after whatever the TV schedule is. So tomorrow afternoon, be ready for the Daytona 500. You can listen to that 92.9 FM. If you're listening to radio right now, it will be on this channel. So let's pull up the lineup for this weekend. Did they not have the cars? That's what we usually like to see. There's the team previews. I don't see the car. That's what I wanted to see.
What was that?
The paint scheme.
Oh, that's where they're in the pits.
stalls.
Yep, yep.
If you're into Terry, you want to know where Kyle's pitting this week?
He's way back.
Did you? I don't know. I
He's
don't know the pit.
34.
I don't know the
I
pit
know.
strategy at Daytona. That's one thing I'm not
So a lot of people in front of him.
not high up there on is the pit strategies. Let's see. Quick links.
Kevin, I want to follow up on your quiz question here. So, repeat your question.
The
here.
only person to have won a NASCAR race as a driver and won a Super Bowl as a player.
Okay. I thought you were being cute with the term "quote unquote" Super Bowl. So, okay. Making sure.
How do you mean cute with the Super Bowl? You looking? NFL championships.
The
or something?
Daytona 500 is known as the Super Bowl of motor racing. So I was just wondering if you were trying to use that for as
Logano 1, McDowell 2, Reddick 3, Bell 4. Terry, there's your Clash winners are 3 and 4. Elliott 5, Cindric 6, Bowman 7, Denny Hamlin 8th, Hocevar 9, Nemechek 10th, Eric Jones 11th. So Terry, there's Jimmy's teammates right there qualifying 10th and 11th there in the Toyotas, and that's something about them that's going to be hard for them this year in particular. Is none of these guys have ever driven a Toyota in a race car. Eric Jones.
How come Jimmy's so far back?
Well, Eric Jones was talking yesterday about they don't have any simulation stuff. Like the other Toyota teams have, they've got data from tire wear. They've got all their telemetry. They don't even have simulators, Terry, built. They don't even have their Toyota simulators even built yet. So they don't even have to know or kind of guess. They're not going out and practicing like they used to. So they're a little.
And for Jimmy, how much is
guessing right now?
How much is this next gen car learning curve? He's still on it.
I'm not worried about that at all. As far as I am the one thing that I am more that did affect him, Terry, if you remember, is in Charlotte is these tires. Is that they're not the same. He raced thick tires. These are thin tires. And in Charlotte, they were getting out from under him. And 1, 2, 3, a couple of guys went. He pushed it into the corner trying to get past Truex, who blocked for 19 laps. And then and then he blew out going around him. Busch 34th, Terry. Where was Jimmy? 23rd is Jimmy. He's there with Bubba Wallace at 24. Martin Truex 27. Josh Berry is the replacement for Kevin Harvick, and they will be starting 30th. Terry, any favorites, thoughts, comments going into Sunday's race on?
No, not really. I mean, this is a race anybody can win. That's what I like. I love it when you go to racetracks that anybody can win the race.
Let's see if there's a paint scheme thing here before we
You just got to be in participation when you get to the end.
Not seeing the paint schemes. NASCAR didn't put this up well, whatever. I'll find it later if I do it. I was going to
really
like to
odd
show
that they
those.
didn't do that. That's their kickoff.
I know. I mean, what do you do? What do you do about them? Can't fix it. Can't fix them. Jimmy is racing a Carolina Blue, a Petty Blue Carvana, and you could see it very well on the track with all the other cars, and that's one of the things that you like to see from your drivers, being able to find them on the TV when they go through. All right, Zach,
pick a winner.
If you want to, I mean, I just asked you if you had any comments or previews. You're like, no, not really. Anybody can win. Now you want to pick a winner.
We usually want to pick a winner. Kyle Busch.
Tom, why do we?
It's embarrassing.
There's the
It's
car.
just embarrassing.
Are you telling me he cannot win, Tom?
No.
Okay, he
I'm
can't.
not saying that. I'm saying, yeah, whatever.
I should have had
I'm picking Joey Logano to win the race.
Oh wow! Let me take number one.
Let me take who got the pole.
I should have had you to bring his Chase Elliott
Got a
car in today.
fellow Italian. He'll win the race.
All right, here's your answer, guys. Mike Kofer.
I said I'd have never guessed that.
Punt
I thought he was
Yeah,
a kicker.
but-
for
Yeah,
San Francisco 49ers.
It
Zach,
was-
yeah, I knew it was 49ers. I couldn't remember his
was-
kicker punter.
driver profile today.
It was
6 career Featherline
Tom, you should-
starts,
you should-
one
this should
win.
be
He
your
won
hero.
2 weeks ago, led wire to wire out
won a
of Stockton,
Super Bowl and
California.
ran a
Currently
race.
third in the
He's a
points
punter.
as a rookie.
kicker.
He has spent the past 6 years with the
Led the
49ers.
NFL in
Remember that?
scoring.
Tom,
2
you
Super
should've known
Bowls,
that.
88,
difference. They got
89,
tea time at 2 o'clock
1989. He
every
led the NFL in scoring and was an all-pro.
Led the NFL
You got to wonder
scoring.
now. Here's a guy who
All-pro.
succeeds in a couple of sports, kicking for the 49ers for the past 6 years and winning interest and interest. But what about this race today? You've moved from 20. Mike, best of luck to you.
There you go, Watkins Glen.
It didn't say. He won a Southwest Tour race in '94 and planned to run trucks full time in '95, but returned to the NFL and only ran 3 truck races.
I sort of vaguely remember him, but he didn't win like a real.
He didn't.
NASCAR
He didn't
race.
win no NASCAR races.
But see, by your count, he would because of the way you count.
I know.
So that just proves you're a hypocrite.
What?
I mean, that just proves you're a
Don't
hypocrite.
want
I
to, Terry.
said if he had won any, he didn't win but 1 or 2. Now that I see who it
He
is,
said
I
he
knew he
didn't
didn't
win a
win any.
You said he didn't win a real NASCAR race, and then you always bring up Kyle Busch's
200
races.
wins.
Yeah,
What
200
about?
wins.
Kyle Busch does have over 200 wins.
Terry,
I'll let you know this year how many more he gets.
we're not
Tom.
we're not doing this because you just basically poo-pooed Kofor, and then you at the same time
I'm
you
not
count-
poo-pooing Kofor.
Did you just not say he didn't win a race?
He played for San Francisco. What?
Did
Ain't
you-
nobody on that team can win.
True. Let's play a game. True or false? Did you just say that he didn't win a race?
Tom, that's not how we do this.
Okay, no.
Let
No,
me have
I'm-
my papers.
it's a
I'm gonna
game.
holler lies.
It's a game.
These
of
are lies.
true
These
and
are
false. cut the tape next week where he said
Just
he
answer the
didn't win a
question,
race.
Terry.
That's right.
We don't run the
But
courtroom.
then
That's
every single year we have to hear about Kyle Busch's one.
Tom, I'm not on trial.
funny
You're on
car.
trial.
No, I'm not on trial. This is ridiculous. I mean, I just can't believe this man sits every week and still has a job. I just don't understand.
He's the only person I know who the mirror argues with him.
I talk to myself sometimes.
He
Yeah,
won
you
the
talk-
stock. He won the Stockton.
Well-
99, he won a Stockton '99 race at Stockton Speedway, NASCAR Featherlight Southwest Tour in 1994. Is what he had. He was the rookie of the year that year. So there you go. So
Robbie Gordon.
AJ Foyt.
I was about to say one of them's a regular Indy guy.
Yeah.
Michael Schumacher.
All right, who?